Si Malakas at si Maganda, a Philippine myth. Bago pa man magsimula ang panahon, ang mundo ay wala pang kalawakan. Naging malungkutin ng Diyos dahil wala siyang makita na kahit anong marinig. Ang araw ay sumisikat na parang maliwanag na ginto. Ang langit ay punong-puno ng mga maputing ulap. Sa malayo naman ay nakasilip ang kabilugan ng buwan, at ang mga libo-libong bituin ay kumikinang-kinang. Isang araw ay lumipad ang mga hari ng mga ibon at inikot ang impong at bumababa sa isang kapawayan. Pagkababa niya ay nakita niya ang isang matakas na kawayan. May narinig siyang kumatok sa isang kawayan at may tinig siyang narinig. Palayain mo ako, makapangyarihan hari ng mga ibon. May nakitang butiki ang ibon, ngunit sa gutom ay tangka niya itong tutukain. Ngunit hindi niya ito nahuli, sa halip ay natuktok niya ang isang kawayan. At doon ay isang matipunong lalaki, si Malakas, ang lumabas. Nagpasalamat ang lalaki at sinabing tuktukin pa ang isang kawayan dahil nandoon ang kanyang kasama. Nagpasalamat ang lalaki at sinabing tuktukin pa ang isang kawayan dahil nandoon ang kanyang kasama. Tinuktok naman ng haring ibon ang isang pangkawayan at doon naman ay lumabas ang isang mahinhin at magandang babae, si Maganda. Nagpasalamat naman sila sa haring ibon. Dinala naman ni haring ibon si Malakas at Maganda sa lupang hinirang kung saan doon sila maninirahan. At doon nagsimulang nanirahan ang mag-asawa, si Malakas at si Maganda. At doon nagsimula ang lahing kayumanggi. Prometheus, creating human with clay. Long ago, before the world was filled with people, the earth was vast and quiet. The gods of Olympus looked down upon the rivers, mountains, and forests, but saw no creature who could truly reflect the light of thought and imagination. It was Prometheus, the titan of foresight, who grew restless, and like his brother Epimetheus, who had busied himself giving animals their claws, wings, and speed. Prometheus noticed that no one creature remained unfinished, humankind. So he went down to the earth, by the banks of the river. He scooped rich clay into his hands. With patient care, he shaped figures that stood upright. Unlike the beast, he gave them faces that looked toward the heavens, eyes that could wander, and hands that could craft. Slowly, the forms looked like molded with the skill of an artist and the vision of a god. Yet the clay figures were still fragile and cold. To complete them, Prometheus secretly climbed to the realm of the gods and stole a spark of fire from the sun. Returning to his creations, he breathed warmth into their hearts and gave them the flame. With fire, they learned to cook, to forge, to build, and to dream. But Zeus, king of gods, was enraged. Fire was meant only for Olympus, not for mortals. For Prometheus, daring gift, Zeus condemned him to a harsh punishment, bound to a lonely rock, where an eagle would devour his sleep each day, only for it to grow back at night. Still, even in suffering, Prometheus did not regret his act. For from clay and fire he had given birth to humankind, fragile yet powerful, destined to shape the world with the gift of knowledge. Now let's talk about the comparison between the Philippine myth and the global myth or the Greek myth. So first is the origin from the nature. So si Malakas and si Maganda from the Philippines is humans are born when a bamboo splits open, symbolizing life emerging from natural growth. The bamboo, a common and resilient plant, reflects the Filipino environment and the culture. While the Prometheus, or from the Greek myth, humans are molded from clay, a raw element of the earth. Prometheus shaped them by hand, suggesting intentional craftsmanship and divine artistry. Next is the relationship to the environment. So first, si Malakas at si Maganda, humanity is directly tied to the plants and the natural world. Their birth highlights harmony with nature and dependence on the environment. So second is the Prometheus. Humanity is connected to the earth through clay, but the emphasis is more on human form and creativity, how gods shape mortals. Next, let's talk about the human identity. So first, the Philippine myth, humans are part of the natural cycle, growing like plants. In Greek myth, humans are crafted beings, defined by divine intervention and Prometheus' defiance of Zeus. Now, let's talk about their symbolism. So the first is in the Malakas at Simaganda, symbolizes the bamboo or the strength, and the beauty or the maganda quality is valued in Filipino culture. Next is the clay. It's all about the fragility and adaptability, showing how humans are humble yet capable of being shaped. That's all for this presentation. Thank you so much for listening.